Thank you for joining me here in my YouTube channel. I am so glad that you're here. First of all, apologies for all the darkness. Believe me when I say that this video is not coming from some dark dungeon in the middle of the night. It's actually middle of the day. It just happens to be a very rainy and cloudy day. The lighting is definitely less than ideal, but I made a commitment of making a video every Monday, and so here I am. And today I'd like to expand on the ideas that are contained in the article linked below called I Choose to Stop Saying I Have to. And as I was writing this blog entry, it made me reflect on my past. And what I realized is that there were many years in my life where whenever there was a task in front of me, I told myself is like, hey, I have to do this. I need to do this. And it worked. I got things done and sometimes even excelled at things, but it didn't feel like I was really tapping into my full potential, in a sense that a lot of times I would wait till the last minute to get that adrenaline rush to help me get it done. Or maybe even when I was proactive about the particular task, it didn't feel like it came from the heart. And I want things to come from the heart, right? Who doesn't? So I was like, hold on a second, let me try this. Next time I'm about to do something, let me say I want to, right? Because again, I want things to come from the heart. And to be totally fair, it helped. It definitely was, I got better results, but it didn't still quite feel like I was reaching my full potential. And I think as I reflect on the times I did that, I think the reason for that was is that when I said I want to, it was very feeling centered. And we all know that feelings are fickle, they change. Even if you're able to maintain a fairly sturdy average throughout the day, inevitably there's going to be spikes. You're going to feel great, then 30 seconds later somebody says something that you perceive as an insult and you feel horrible. And I think that's what impacted my results when I said I want to. It was tied to my feelings of the day, of the moment. And a good example of that was my desire to quit, or not quit, but cut down on Facebook. And this is something that I've been trying to do for last at least 6 months or so. I kept telling myself, I want to cut down on Facebook. I want to cut down on Facebook. And again, to be totally fair, it helped. There were quite a few times when I resisted the urge, but it still felt like I could do more. It just wasn't consistent enough. And so what I decided to do, especially as I wrote this article, is like, hey, what is the higher purpose or the value that I want to honor? And so in my case, my number one value, surprise, surprise, is love, right? So love is something that I want to grow and become better at, whether that's today, tomorrow, or for the rest of my life. And from that place, I was like, hey, if I want to grow in love, then I choose to cut down on Facebook so that I can be more present and more aware of my surroundings and be able to respond in love better than, for example, me scrolling down the Facebook and checking out what the particular pop-up message is about. And so that's what made a huge difference. And in fact, yesterday was the first whole day where I was able to stay off Facebook, and I didn't even feel bad about it. I was amazed. It's like, wow, it's just so awesome. And in fact, even today, it's almost noon and I haven't logged in. So my friends, if there's a habit that you want to change, or maybe a task that you are struggling with, I highly encourage you to check with your values, check with the kind of person that you want to become more of, and then from that place make a choice of how we want to proceed on that particular task, and tell yourself, I choose to do X, Y, and Z because I want to become more of that particular value. Can't wait to hear your success stories. Until next time, God bless, and talk to you soon.